Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to take you along as I make this festive, holiday themed organic balloon garland using only leftover balloons that I already owned. So my kids really wanted me to make something fun and different, but at the same time I didn't want to order a bunch of new balloons and colors that I might not use. So I challenged myself to make something using just some leftovers I had stored away, and this was the outcome. Now this garland is really easy to make for almost anyone, so if you'd like to learn how, just stick with me for the next 11 minutes or so to see how I did this. So I rummaged through my storage container and I came up with these colors. I had a eucalyptus green, forest green, pink, crystal red, and silver. So I decided okay, those are good colors to use. I try to do a little mock-up with my phone to see what it might look like, just using the edit mode on your phone, trying to understand what shape I'd want, what colors. And then I got a little bit lazy. I didn't feel like continuing, so I was just okay, this is enough. Okay, so I have all of my leftover balloons and I just put them in this box right here, threw them in there. It's a little bit messy, but they're the same colors that I showed you earlier. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by building a uniform base with what I have the most of, which is the 11 or 12-inch standard sizes. So I'm gonna build my base, a cluster, a cluster of 6 in each color, and make it as uniform as possible. And then I'll start building it out with the different sizes, with my 5-inch, with my 16 or 18-inch, and kind of do it like that. I wanted to stop and show you all really quickly how I'm doing these clusters, just in case you want to see. So I'm just taking my two, I think these are 12 inches, blowing them out. These are a little bit large, as you can see. These are actually pretty big. And just taking them against, you can put them against the floor, against the table. I'm gonna use my leg for this example. And rounding them out. Now they're pretty much the same size again, and I want them to be a little bit different in size, so I'm gonna make this one a little smaller, as you see. And then of course, this is how we tie them together. We just take our necks right here, twist them over each other like this. Okay. And
Mama, I'll do what help.
Go under. Okay. And then we tie them together as close as possible. Watch out, baby. As close as possible so that they're touching, so each balloon is touching, okay? And then we take our long stretchy necks and just make a knot. All right. I'm taking my other one and then just putting them together, right into each other, and twisting them around each other. And I'll do this with one more pair so that I have a cluster of 6. Let me just do that really quickly. And now I have my nice little cluster of 6. I'm going to do these for each color and see how high it goes. Now that I have my first set of clusters blown up, I want to start thinking about what color order I want to put them in. And I'm also wondering if I need to add another color, but I don't know, we'll see. So maybe break it up. I think that'll do. And then the silver will be my accent color. Where do I put it? I'm going to start to build out my garland, and my method is the neck tying method. Everyone has a different method. I tie necks. It's just more convenient for me. So you take the neck from your base garland. You see how long that is? If you have good quality balloons, they'll have long stretchy necks for the most part. Some colors don't, but it's a trial and error thing. But if you use good quality, you'll be able to tie the necks. It's gonna be hard, I'm not gonna lie. You have to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it'll be fine. Take the neck from my mint green, taking each neck, You wouldn't really do it this way. I'm only doing it this way so I can demonstrate, but you wouldn't be doing it this way. This is a much harder way. Tie it over. And make that knot. Okay? You see that knot? It looks thin, but that's all you need. So like I said, making this garland, it's gonna be relatively quick and easy. You can see in real time how fast I was able to do that. I'm not sure, could have been more than like, what, 2 minutes? And we have the first half of our base. Now I'm 5'3", and I can tell already that this is about 5 feet. I'm thinking 10 feet. The ceiling I'm gonna be using it on is 9 feet tall, so I'm thinking maybe 10 or 11, maybe even 12 feet altogether. So I'm gonna make another one of these. So combined, it'll be 10 feet. Okay, so I had to pivot a little bit, which is why I'm glad I'm doing this in real time, because the idea was to do this on the fly, and when that happens, things come up because you didn't plan ahead. So earlier I said that crystal red was the color I had the most of, so it was going to be the base, and that's why I was doing clusters of all 11 inch. Come to find out, the crystal red that I had was the size 16, or 18 rather, not the 11 and 12. I'm actually out of 11 and 12. After I made my first cluster of 6, all I had left were 5 more. So now I had to use, for my last dupe, for my 6th cluster, I had to use an 18 inch with a 12 inch. And because this is so much bigger, I'm gonna use this as the base. And the first garland we made right here, consisting of all 11 and 12 inch, will now be the top part, because I want it to be bigger at the bottom and a little bit slimmer at the top. So because I have, in my second set, I'm going to be using all 11 and 18 inches. So all like standard size and large size. And that will be my bottom half. All right, let's go. Okay, now that I have my 2 parts to my garland, I'm going to start to stack them up to see, just to get a visual idea of what they're going to look like. So stacking it just gives me a nice visual of what it might look like when it's completed. How you choose to structure your garland is up to you. One thing that you can do is use one of these lamp stands that you can get from IKEA or Walmart, and just wrap your balloon base around the lamp stand, and that'll keep it nice and structured. I'm actually going to attach mine to the wall using command hooks and this blue tape, because even though these are removable command hooks, I don't know, just not in the mood to attach them to the wall. I want to be able to take it down pretty easily. So I'm going to be using these, and I'll show you what that looks like. Just take your tape, make a little box, essentially. So 2 down, 2 across, and it's in there nice and tight. And here I am just tying my garland to the command hook on the wall using a 260 balloon. Really simple and easy. I'm just going to time lapse through this next scene where I'm adding in my filler balloons. You just want to put them in wherever you see any openings or spaces. There really is no right or wrong. It's just how you feel, what you think looks nice. Just add in wherever you like. Keep building and building out even more until you're just satisfied with the final look. And this is where I was satisfied, my final look. You can see I added in some floral elements. These were just from Dollar Tree. I put these bells on there. I didn't even attach them. I just threw them on top for a little bit of extra effect. But the little florals and things like that were from Dollar Tree, and I just stuck them in wherever I could. You want to make sure you put a balloon on the base of those so the sharp ends don't pop the balloons, because they will happen every time. And this is the final look. So I hope you liked it. My kids certainly enjoyed it, and it's going to stay up probably until New Year's Eve when I do a New Year's Eve garland to celebrate 2023. But again, thank you all for stopping by and just watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and tell me what you'd like to see next down in the comments.